here's another article that Giuliani, some associates of Giuliani, I don't know if Giuliani would have any associates, I don't know about this, unless they are trannies or something. You know, Giuliani did dress up in drag. He and Obama, he and Tribulation Trump, and they kissed one another going back a few years ago. Giuliani was in drag. I don't know if y'all know about that. So this article says, let me see if I can find the article. Said Giuliani, where is that? Giuliani, here it is. Giuliani associates approach Cohen, that's Michael Cohen, after FBI raided. Now, FBI did a raid on Michael Cohen's a place at the Regency Hotel, y'all in New York. That's a pretty swank place Michael Cohen was living in. And his residence, I think, in Trump Tower, and his office over at 30 Rockefeller Center. They hit all three places at one time. And after that raid took place, the article reads that a lawyer who claimed to be associates of Rudy Giuliani, reportedly, contacted Tribulation Trump, former personal attorney Michael Cohen, after his office and apartment were raided by the FBI, according to an ABC News report. The news outlet reports that the lawyers who were in close contact with Giuliani attempted to convince Cohen to remain loyal to Trump. Stay under the tent. We got you covered, boy. But Cohen has since slammed his former boss in testimony in front of Congress. But at the time, he was still contemplating whether to stay loyal to the president, according to this ABC report. Unnamed sources told ABC that the men with ties to Giuliani, who is Trump's personal or TV attorney, were urging Cohen to stay in a joint defense agreement with Trump. The outlet reports that the two lawyers first contacted Cohen in April of last year, just weeks after his office and residence were raided. They also offered to join Cohen's legal team if he decided to exit the joint defense agreement so they could serve as connection between Cohen and Giuliani. All right, so what's this all about? Well, a couple of things. That it demonstrates that Trump, it's all right for Trump to approach Cohen and say, let's stand under the tent. That's nothing wrong with that. But what we want to get at, were there any pardons dangled? Did Trump say to, or Giuliani say to Cohen at some point in time, just hang tight and I'll make sure you get a pardon, because they're definitely going to convict you. That's the question. And we need to make sure that we understand the process of Trump's inner working and looking to save his hide through so many practices. And, you know, Giuliani brought down the mob here in New York City. He was called the Sheriff of Wall Street. He took down Wall Street. He was the lead attorney at the Southern District Office now and here in New York. And at the time, people had a pretty decent opinion of Giuliani. He has turned into, I've never seen anything like this, these white people that, bowing down to this orange-haired orangutan. I think that, you know, the only way to explain this is that we're in the tribulation. There is no historical, political, social, humanitarian, religious, or theological, yes, but there are no other answers to why a person like Giuliani would turn around and suck up to Trump the way he's doing and put, you know, he was called America's mayor after Giuliani, after 9/11. He was a hero. He actually ran for president. There is no explanation. There is no reasonable explanation. You know, politically, historically, going all the way back, to the Roman Empire, the Egyptian Empire, the pharaohs, that could give reason or some sort of correlative of why somebody like Giuliani would suck up to somebody like Trump, because he didn't have to. The only explanation is that we're in the tribulation, and God has turned them over to a reprobate mind. God has deserted them and given them a spirit of delusion, and so therefore that's the reason for that. This is a bit of a news blog we do, looking at spiritual wickedness in high places for the most part. making some observations about it and giving people a biblical foundation to the way of interpreting, rather than have Sean Hannity or Laura Ingraham or Janine Pirro or Anderson Cooper or Rachel Maddow or Don Lemon, Rush Limbaugh interpret what's going on in the world. You come to me and I'll tell you based on what the Word of God says. They'll just give you their worldly, sinful view. But the Manning Report will tell you what God has said, whether to say yea or nay, whether to go or to stay. You'll be led by the word of Almighty God. Come to the Manning Report on a daily basis to interpret the spiritual wickedness in high places, because there's plenty of it that's going on. And so I'm the Lord's servant, James David Righteous Rebel Manning, and I'm here to serve you with news and information.